Okay, this is something pretty cool that I used to mess around with a good 15 years ago. It's an ability to colorize Game Boy black and white games. You would open up a game, typically, like I'm opening up Super Mario Land right here, and it loads all the pixels in the game, sprites and background. You'd have pages, banks, tile offsets, palettes, pixel switchability, and you have to have kind of a basic understanding of how the game works as far as what's in it. Like right here, I have a little Mario icon. I could swap that out with a different palette here. I could give them like a green, red, blue, or mix them together. Just like that. And that's the background. If I change the sprite itself, and you could literally adjust the entire game, but there's a limit to how much memory could be allocated to the game before it'll run out of memory. So you kind of want to do like a few tweaks here and there, but I'm going to show you an example of what this looks like once it's done. And I'm also going to show you what it looks like on a Mini Nintendo. Typically, anytime I do any kind of test, I don't flash it right to the Mini Nintendo to test it. I'll use a PC emulator or Android emulator to test it. But right here, I'm opening up the original game that I was working with. I have a test folder for this purpose. We're opening up Super Mario Land, the original. We got the black and white graphics. Now I'm going to open up the one that I just tweaked just a little bit. This one I did a few minutes ago, previous to this video, but I changed the background here. Give it kind of a red hue to the background. Now, certain games work better than others for this. I mean, you could do it with like the Mega Man games, the Kirby games. I mean, try it out. There's a couple mapper issues you'll find out when you try loading a game like the first Tetris, but one of the best examples of this being done is with Metroid. We have the original Metroid II, Return of Samus, black and white. When I did this about 15 years ago, me and a couple other guys, I mean, we literally spent dozens of hours doing all this coloration to these games. So this is the black and white version. Now I'm going to show you the colorized version. And this took quite a few hours to do this. Obviously you have the Super Game Boy for Super Nintendo, which you can colorize games using that too to a limited degree, but that doesn't really work so well on the Mini Nintendo. Now I'm going to show you what this looks like on a Mini Nintendo. Now, when you do this, you end up getting a few graphical glitches here and there. Some games may become broken in odd ways, but I'm going to show you the original as well as the colorized version as it runs on the Mini Nintendo. Switching over to the HDMI as normal. I really do need to get another HDMI port for the TV. It would also help if I have the power on to the Mini Nintendo. There we go. So here we have the original black and white version. I'm going to show you the colorized version, which does have a few graphical issues, but it's still pretty damn nifty on here. Like I said, different games work to varying degrees, but it's definitely a fun thing to play around with. You get pretty quick results once you write the ROMs. Now, if you're into PC and Android emulation as well as RetroPie, you'll have better results with this than on the Mini Nintendo. The graphical glitches are more prevalent on here. But still, I'd still like playing it this way though. Seems like the main sprites are okay, it's just some of the background visuals got a little screwy in this representation on here, due to how the emulator works. If any game that demands a remake, this would definitely be one of those games. I mean, it would be sweet if Nintendo themselves took a little bit of time just to get this game into a current upgrade, just like they did with Metroid Zero Fusion and Metroid Zero Mission. This would be great to bring back. But one of my next videos that I do is going to be Metroidvania games, and you know there's countless Metroidvania games, and I'm going to go into those in one of my next videos. Hope you enjoyed this, and play around with that Game Boy Colorizer and see what you guys can come up with.